Hello, welcome everybody. Welcome to the Weighted to Win team. Our trip today goes off to KwaZulu-Natal for local racing. We're looking forward to it. There's one or two short price favourites which do look to be good things, but we'll touch on that in just a bit. All right, don't forget about social media. We'd love to engage with you. You've got the option of WhatsApp. You've got the option of Twitter. There's many other platforms that you can find Weighted to Win. We are back on YouTube and of course on 4racing.tv online and channel 240 on DSTV. All right. So we're looking forward to being out in KwaZulu-Natal. We're on the poly track out at Hollywood Bets Grable. 2 days because tomorrow is also Hollywood Bets Grable on the poly track. So we're looking forward to it. I'm going to take this opportunity to welcome my guests. We'll start off with Darren Burrows on the line. Darren, good to have you back. I know there's been one or two tech issues along the line, but there's many other platforms that are also battling at the moment. But good to have you back on the show.
Thank you, Brandon. I look forward to the meeting ahead of us. I think it's a punter-friendly card, the first half of the card, and then it gets a bit trickier.
All right, fantastic. And then Daryl Marie, he's one of the hardened soldiers, been there, done that, got the T-shirt. Daryl, good to have you back on the show. Obviously, yesterday racing at Turfentine, there were one or two horses were trying to string multiples. It just didn't happen, but today, good feeling?
Yeah, we're back to fight another day, Brandon. Just don't WhatsApp that number right now because WhatsApp's down.
Yeah, and I think if you're on the Vodacom, you're also under pressure. But hopefully by the time local racing starts, you'll be up and running. But the way things are going, our form at the moment, load shedding will kick in and we'll miss everything. But good to have you on the show. Let's jump straight into it. Just having a look at race number one. It is the download the race card online. It's a maiden plate for fillies and mares over 1,200 meters. I see the first timer over here. Number 2, Sharfolia, is your 14 to 10 favourite. Seems to be finding a lot of support, and we'll get those comments through to you. Darren, what do you like in the first? Obviously, we do need to respect the first timer.
Well, I'm actually leaning towards the first timer. Reason why, the best of the race runners is Variety Fair, but she has been disappointing. Last time out wasn't a bad effort behind Darker, and the stable did say that she's come along the right way. She actually had a horse like Aravadicia just ahead of her last time out. I know that wasn't his type of run, but she will be right there. But the comments on the first timer, Sharfolia, are positive, and I think she doesn't have to be too good to get off the mark.
All right, yep, I think we'll get those comments through to you. I'll join Daryl Marie because he has got the comments and we'll read it word for word. Obviously, a big thank you to the Hollywood Bets team. They do supply us with these comments, and transparency is what's needed for the game to survive. So let's go to Daryl Marie. Daryl, Gareth Van Zyl, obviously a man that knows how to get them ready, the first timers. Maybe you can give the viewers the confidence.
Yeah, this is a positive comment. Showing good work at home. If not green, strong each way chance, Brandon. Sharfolia. She's a half-sister to Mirage and Sky Glitter, both sprinting type of fillies. Stable confidence. I expect her to make a winning debut, and I'm sure Sheldon Peters will be very keen to call this one home, named after his daughters. Of the race runners, Darren touched on Variety Fair's been very disappointing. I think that rest may prove beneficial because she's clearly not bringing her track work to the racetrack. So I think she is the leading light of the race runners. I do believe her best effort to date has been over the same course and distance on the poly track. A few winners from there, no great shakes. So Sharfolia to get it right on debut.
Beautiful. All right, so we're going to dive straight into the selections, being the first leg of the buy pot. Let's go and see what the guys are doing over here. Daryl Marie, he's tipped the buy pot. He goes 2 and 7 in the first leg. By Banker 2, by Banker 2, by 2, 5 and 8, by 1, 3 and 4, by 2 and 5, and the spend is 360 Rand. That'll give it to you 10 times, and those buy pots need to be on by 12:30. All right, we're on to race number 2, the first leg of the place, Accumulator, and those bets need to be on by 1:05. 1,200 meters being the trip. I'm going to jump straight into it. I see there's a short price favourites over here. Bevy's Delight trading at 1 to 3. Obviously monitor that betting right up until they start loading. And Darren Burrows on the line. This does look to be a potential banker. Very hard to beat.
Yes, Brandon, an absolute one-horse race. I'm hoping that she goes 5, 6 to 10 because I'll climb in. She's running 2 feature races, her last 2 starts. She moved up to them very strongly in the Golden Slipper and just got run out of it late. And the debutante, a bit disappointing from a deep draw, but back in Maiden company, the word is that she's doing exceptionally well, should win.
All right, so all the confidence is over there. Let's go and see what Daryl Marie likes. And on that note, good news. It must be an omen because WhatsApp's returned and the guys can start sharing the bets and obviously messaging their friends. What do you like over here? Bevy's Delight, one-horse race?
I agree. She's had 3 starts today. It's going to be her first start in Maiden company. Debuted against winners. Then into the Grade 2 Golden Slipper. Grade 2 debutante. Didn't disgrace herself in either of those races. Obviously highly regarded. Expected to win. Key booking for the Alison Wright inmate. Stealth Attack with Keegan DeMello now in the irons. She's going to need more than Keegan to get her home. So 2 from 1.
Yeah, look, and obviously do advise that the guys monitor those exacta play. I mean, yesterday I looked at Turfentine. Did look to be a straight 2-horse race between Aravadicio and the Johan Janse van Vieren horse. Was that Kalahari Blue? Daryl, I see the exacta paid $4.60 or something.
Sure, that's a great dividend.
Yeah,
You're not going to get that anywhere near that dividend in this race. But yes, the exacta play is the better option than backing the one on the nose.
All right, yeah, I think let's go with that. So let's jump into those selections. Let's have a look at what we're going to do in the first leg of the place Accumulator. Daryl Marie has been kind enough to tip us a PA. He goes banker 2 by banker 2, by 2, 5 and 8, by 1, 3 and 4, by 2 and 5, by 1 and 2 in the 6th leg, and then 3, 4 and 10. That'll be the last leg. So just to recap that quickly, banker 2 in the first leg, by banker 2, by 2, 5 and 8, by 1, 3 and 4, by 2 and 5, by 1 and 2, by 3, 4 and 10. The spend is 324 Rand, gives it to you 3 times. You can open up your cameras and scan that QR code. It'll take you to the right place and you can spend as much as you like over there on Daryl Marie's PA. Let's have a look at what Darren Burrows is doing. He's going an all to come. He's going to take Bevy's Delight onto Blazing Astute a bit later on. So a nice double for the guys to get involved. And that's Darren Burrows' all to come suggested play for Hollywood Bets Gravel on this meeting that we're looking forward to being a Tuesday. All right, so get involved. PA time. Those bets need to be on by 1:05. We're on to the first leg of the Pick 6, and the pulls of the Pick 6 haven't been too bad of late. I know yesterday at Turfentine, we almost went to 800,000 Rand, and let's hope that'll be the case today again for Hollywood Bets Gravel. We're on the poly track, and I see the 18 to 10 favourites, number 3, Kitty Boy's Girl. There's been a bit of money around for that one. Let's go and join Darren Burrows on the line. Darren, what are we doing in the first leg of the Pick 6?
Oh, I thought enough was numbers 1, 2, and 3. I did go a bit wider than that. Zenek Keller. Now, she moved up strongly with Pierre Stradum at the 300-meter mark, hit the front like a winner, and then just got outrun the final 200 meters. I think the Poly 1400 is going to suit. She'll be my first choice, but I've got respect for Kitty Boy's Girl. Second last time, she was backed into even money. She was beaten by Mystic Angel. Now, Mystic Angel came out to run second in her next start in the Beat Beauty Mile. So that form line's strong enough to win a maiden. And then Lady of Gold, I thought the best of the rest.
All right, yeah, it does look to be a trappy race if you look past the favourite over here being number 3, Kitty Boy's Girl. And Daryl, that sort of race where even the 8 horse will show improvement now stepping up in trip?
Oh, she should. I haven't included her today. I like the look of Zenikile. Now, I do believe her latest start was below par because in her penultimate start, she beat a filly called Telio by a certain distance, and then Telio reversed that form line by 4 lengths on her. So I think she ran slightly below par, coupled with the fact that she might have hit the front too soon. So I think with a more patient ride, I expect her to be the one to beat today. Kitty Boy's Girl, Darren touched on Mystic Angel coming out in running second. I'm still not convinced with that form line though. But she is being tried with blinkers this time round. So I do have respect for her. So I'm going to tip them in order 2 from 3.
All right, so it is the first leg of the Pick 6, and you know what you need to do. Let's go and see what we're doing with selections over here in race number 3. Daryl Marie, well, he's tipped to Pick 6 as well. First leg, he's gone 2 and 3. Second leg, 2, 5 and 8. Third leg, 1, 3 and 4. And then in the fourth leg, Daryl, I see you going light. That's 2 and 5.
Yeah, I nearly banked the 2 in that leg. It is one of my better bets on the card. Pray for rain. Just with regards to Zenekile in the first, we saw her penultimate form line being franked with Fabulous winning over the weekend. So for the braver viewers out there, possibly bank her in the first leg, Brandon.
And you don't like the look of leg 5. You've gone 1, 2, 5, 6, 7 and 8. if it's all systems go, you've got the big F at the end.
Yeah, we'll be hoping for the biggest result at the back.
All right, so that spend is 2,160 Rand. You can scan that bet, open up your cameras again, and take full advantage of that QR code. All right, and then Darren Burrows, well, he's also tipped us a pick six. So my advice is maybe put the two pick sixes together and add, subtract wherever you feel you need to do so. We'll go the first leg over here with Darren Burrows, 1, 2, 3, 6 and 8. Second leg, 2, 5 and 8. By Banker 1 in leg 3. Then the big F in leg 4 is gone filled. And then leg 5 and leg 6 also very open. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 and 10. And the last leg, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 10. Spend is 2,205 Rand. Gives it to you for 50%. Scan that bet and get those bets on. It is pick six time in KwaZulu-Natal. And those bets need to be on by 13:40. All right, we're on to the jackpots. We love the jackpot bets, and there's lots of value to be had over there. These bets need to be on by 2:15. It's over 1,700 meters. I just want to have a look quickly and see what the betting is doing, the fixed odds betting. And number 8, Adelante has gone 5-2. The 5, Whispering Green at 33-10. 2, Sing for Winters at 4-1. And the 1 horse, Mahan Carleen, is at about 5-1, trained by Robin Klaasen, who had a good winner at Turfentine yesterday with Tanganga. All right, Darren Burrows, what can you tell us? Obviously, this combination, hot in form, Muzieni and Dennis Bosch, have they got a chance?
A big chance in this lineup. I'm just hoping we can survive the exotics because we've gone 2, 5 and 8 only. Adelante, her best run came on the poly over course and distance in her penultimate start. Should run well. The interesting runner is Sing for Winter. She's a What a Winter out of Candy Singer. Now, Candy Singer won the Jubilee handicap. She stayed very well. It's a half-brother to baritone. Half-sister to baritone. She'll enjoy the step up in trip and could be thereabouts. And then Whispering Green. She's had 17 runs in the Maiden, but never far off.
Yeah, I think it's quite an open race. 5-2 about the 8 Adelante. Like I say, Dennis Bosch and Muzieni, they're in good form at the moment. Just want to chat to Daryl Marie about Robin Klaasen. Obviously doing very well at the moment. We saw yesterday at Turfentine, and I see she's taken that was Johnny Dogs down to Cape Town on Sunday.
Yeah, all the best to Robin. Hope she goes from strength to strength. Nice to see her getting the support that she has recently. I think she's got it all to do over here. I've left her out of my exotics, so I won't be too pleased if she has a winner in this particular race. But yes, Adelante and Whispering Green now, very little separating them on form. I only think 3/4 of a length behind the Malcolm's Dream form line. So if you fancy the one, you have to fancy the other. The improver is certainly Sing for Winter. Now, Darren touched on her breeding. Have a look when this combination team up together. 13 runners, 5 winners. So Keegan DeBella booked for Gavin van Zyl Sr. Take note, she's only having a 3rd start to date and open for improvement.
Yeah, I don't like the look of the race. I must be honest. I think it's very open. There's a few horses over here that have put their hand up that they will win a race or two, but let's see what happens. It is the first leg of the jackpot, so we'll jump into the selection straight away. Let's go and see what they like over here. Darren Burrows is going 2, 5 and 8 in the first leg. Second leg, Banker 1 by Field, and that's 180 Rand as the spend. So that's Jackpot 1, tipped by Darren Burrows, and it's quite an open sort of a race. So, if you want to go 2, 5 and 8 and follow Darren, like I say, this is merely just a guide. You're more than welcome to do what you want to do. You can add, subtract, just use it as a guide and some sort of a platform to get involved in the jackpots. Those bets need to be on by 2:15. All right, we're on to the second jackpot. It all begins now in race number 5. 1450s when you need to have your strike, and 3-1 favourites. Number 1, Blazing Astute. 5, Iron Chef at 5-1. It's 11-2 in bets bar those. Just a reminder that we'd love to engage with you. Obviously, social media platforms. We've got the WhatsApp, which is now up and running. We've got YouTube, Twitter, you name it, 4racing.tv and channel 240 on DSTV. You won't miss a heartbeat when it comes to Weighted to Win, and we'd love to hear from you. All right, so what we're going to do is jump straight into it. Let's go and hear from Darren Burrows. I know you're looking to connect to multiple over here with this horse 1, Blazing Astute, who's now at 3-1. Darren?
For me, the horse to beat, definitely. In her penultimate start, when her rating dropped, she ran on the poly over 1900. She was a winner all the way but the post. We tried to land a big coup from 10 to 1 into 5 to 2 and just failed. Now, Iron Chef beat her neck that day. She's 6.5 kilos better off with Iron Chef for a neck beating. She's got the one draw, and I'm hoping she pushes forward. If she's leading or sitting second, one off the fence, whatever the case may be, I think she'll run them down.
All right, so don't like the look of the race, I must be honest. Obviously hoping that the multiple can arrive for Darren Burrows. Daryl Marie, I don't know too much about the rider on Blazing Astute. Good rider?
I think he's worth his 4 kilograms at this stage. He's had a few winners recently, so I don't think he can do much wrong because she's going to be pushed forward from a one draw. So hopefully he does put her in the right place, and she'll certainly improve now that she's back on the poly surface. Darren touched on that reversal with the weight terms. She certainly does have Iron Chef stone cold. Q4U, now she's a natural front runner off a very competitive rating. She's going to be given every opportunity and possibly be the one that Blazing Astute has to go fetch inside that final furlong. Watch out for improvement from number 4, Siege of Orleans. She has tend to run her better races on the poly track in the past, and her rating has come down enough for her to possibly finish in a trifecta position of a year.
Iron Chef, you going to make it difficult today. It's very hard for Iron Chef, yeah?
On paper, she's got to work cut out.
All right, short and sweet. It does look to be an open race. Blazing Astute is obviously the horse that we'll be looking to connect a few multiples with. But it is the start of Jackpot 2, so we'll jump into selections and see what we're going to do over here from the Weighted to Win team. Daryl Marie's going 1, 3 and 4. He'll be hoping that the 4 Siege of Orleans comes through over there in the first leg at a big price. Second leg 2 and 5. Third leg 1, 2, 5, 6, 7 and 8. And the last leg go field, and their spend is 360 rand. So those jackpots need to be on about 1450, and it is over 2,000 meters. So we're on to race number 6, and this is actually an exciting race. It's over 1,000 meters, 3 to 1 the 5 Former Gear, 3 Winter Flight at 7 to 2. The very speedy Irfan's Boy is trading at 15 to 4, and it's 4 to 1 in bets bar those. Let's go and join Darren Burrows on the line. Darren, does look to be an exciting race. Obviously, there's been a lot of talk about this horse Former Gear from the very beginning. You got speedy horses like Winter Flight and Irfan's Boy. What are we doing?
Tough race. I did go all 6 horses in the pick 6. Now, Former Gear, this is a prep run for him. The 1,000 meters is on the short side. Last time out, I labelled him, and he lost his race at the gates. But it wouldn't surprise me to see him win, but the speed's going to be on. I'm not sure if he'll get there in time. Spider's Corner, very good horse, is better off at the weights with Winter Flight on that last effort. And then Pray for Rain. A lot of quality about him. He is grade 1 placed, but he has lost his way a little bit. I'm just hoping he can recapture his best form.
Okay, so it does look to be a quality race where there's a few horses that certainly can run. Daryl, we're going to need all the help in the world. I know that Former Gear, we remember all the talk about this horse early on in the career. Winter Flight has done nothing wrong. Irfan's Boy, a very speedy type, but he doesn't want pressure early, and then Pray for Rain can also run. So what are we going to do in this race?
We're going to have a bet on number 2, Pray for Rain. You know, he was as high as a 112. He's dropped to 104. Despite the drop, he's still best weighted over here. Go back in his form lines. He's 4.5 kilograms better off with Winter Flight for a 3.5 length beating. He beats by this corner by 2 lengths, and he's a kilogram better off. If he brings his A game to the track, I expect him to win. Former Gear is the unknown. I mean, he's a likely race 3-year-old, and one has to believe we haven't seen the best of him yet. And at the weights, he's only 3 pounds out with the best weighted. My concern with him is the 5 furlongs on the poly track. Will he find it too quick for him? But he'll certainly be doing his best work late. I just have my doubts whether he's going to be able to get to Pray for Rain in time. So 2 from 5 for me.
Okay, so Daryl Marie's given us the confidence. Pray for Rain. Certainly looking forward to this contest. I want to go and have a look at the selections. I want to see what the guys are doing over here in race number 6. It is over 1,000 meters. Daryl Marie straight Pray for Rain, you'll get a decent price. The current fixed odds price about this horse is 4-1, and I have no doubt that that will shorten up race time. Just having a look at race number 6, it goes off at 15:25. Don't miss it. It's a quality race over 1,000 meters. 4 o'clock is the off time of race number 7. It's the penultimate on today's 8-race program, and I see 33-10 about number 2, Cape Town Affair. The one Final Destiny at 9-2. 4-1 number 6, White Cedar, and it's 9-2 about the 7, Gimme a Rainbow at 7-1 in bets bar those. Darren on the line. Does look to be an open race again. Cape Town Affair. We know that if he freewheels off to the front and gets cheap fractions, can be hard to peg back.
A very tough race, Brandon. There is a bit of speed in the race. Cape Town Affair won last time out, got a 7-point penalty. He's going to push forward. White Cedar's going to push forward with the claim. Another horse like all around the world. He is a maiden, but he's in form, and it's his handicap debut. An open race. I thought Final Destiny, he'll be running on strongly at the finish, and his rating has dropped a lot. So wide open.
Yeah, very open, and I do agree with that comment. Just go to Daryl Marie. Daryl, is there anything in particular we can have a bet on you?
I think Final Destiny, I expect him to run a decent race. Darren touched on his rating. I mean, it was as high as a 73. He's down to a 55. I do believe he's more effective over the 7 furlongs. From a one draw, I just hope he's able to hold his position behind Cape Town Affair, and I think he could be, could certainly be the one. So maybe an each-way bet on number 1, Final Destiny. Cape Town Affair, if he breaks well, he could be the one they all have to fetch. I'm not too concerned about his £7 penalty because he was under sufferance on that occasion. And that stable and jock, the combination can't do anything wrong at the moment. White Cedar improved last time out when he went forward, did pick up a penalty for running in second. So in order for me, 1, 2 and 6.
Okay, so let's go and see what they're doing in terms of selections. If Cape Town Affair jumps and goes off to the front, and like I say, he's doing it comfortably, he can be very hard to peg back. And Daryl's touched on the fact that Muzi Yeni and Dennis Bosch are bang in form at the moment. So there we go, Exacta boxed in race 7, 1, 2 and 6. The spend's 150 Rand. It'll give it to you 25 times. And 4 o'clock is when they'll officially open up the gates for this particular race. And it's over 1,400 meters. All things being equal, the last race should go off at 16:35. The Hollywood Bets Bright Future, merit rated 64 handicap. Again, it's open. 1,400 meters will be the trip. Let me give you a look at the market quickly, subject to change closer to race time. Number 10, Halibos is your favorite at 4-1. 1 Hippocrates at 5-1. 4 Movie Magic at 9-2, and at 6-1 in better bar those. Darren on the line. Darren, again, it's not an easy contest. We don't want to sound like a stuck record, but certainly looks to be an open race.
Open race, but I have got a first choice. It is Halibos. Now, he performs well on the poly. In his penultimate start, he cruised past Cape Town Affair, and Cape Town Affair came back to beat him by a head. He gets a 2.5 kilo claim. I'm just hoping he can get in from the 10 draw. Our Emily, now her rating can't drop much more than it has. It's right down to a 60. And, she's shown ability in the past, just hasn't quite delivered. I'm hoping that she can come back to best form in this weak company. And then Movie Magic and American Dream, I thought, can be thereabouts.
Yeah, 64 handicap on the poly says it all. Maybe Daryl Marie can also help us over here. It's the last race. Guys are looking to make some money. What are we doing to get out of it?
Exactas. We're going to take a few exactas. High velocity. Now, last time out he had excuses. He was coughing. Have a look at his 2 prior runs on the polytrack surface, Brandon. Finished close up off of 53. Finished close up off of 52. He's now off of 51. Having his peak run. One has to believe he's going to be thereabouts at the finish. Movie Magic was unlucky not to finish a length or 2 closer last time out. Didn't get the clearest of passages. He should run his race once again. Darren's touched on Halibos. So let's focus on the exactas in the last.
Okay, yeah, it does look to be quite a trappy race to end all proceedings, but we're looking forward to it. We really are looking forward to making some money to get out of it. Remember, you've got options in the evening of the UK meetings and the American racing as well, as we build up into some big racing to come over the next couple of days. So let's go into selections. Let's go and see what we're doing. Exactas, I'd imagine. Yep, exacta box 2, 3, 4, and 10. 2, 3, 4, and 10. 300 Rand gives it to you 25 times, and you'll be able to get a strike on by 16.35 and hopefully make some good money to get us out of trouble. All right, as I always do, I'd like to say thank you to the guests. They do a wonderful job. It's never easy tipping 7 days a week and trying to keep everybody happy in the same breath. So I'll start up with Darren Burrows. Darren, thanks very much. Good to have you back on board, and obviously being a racing purist and loving the game like you do, you must be looking forward to the next couple of days.
Yes, I've done my studying, I think 3 days ahead of time, and I'm hoping that we can hit a solid run of form for the viewers.
Beautiful stuff. A big thank you to Darren Burrows, and we'll go over to Daryl Marie as always. Daryl, thanks very much. Always good to catch up and see how racing's treating us. I know the last few days we've just been battling to connect 1 or 2 doubles, but it's coming, isn't it?
Yeah, well, today we can't miss. Cloud's not here, so 8 for a way.
No, shame, Cloudy. He'll be watching, no doubt. I have no doubt that he'll be watching, and Daryl's of the opinion that we can't miss now that he's taken a step out. He'll probably be back to do Greyville tomorrow, and then Thursday there's bowl racing. Friday we're off for the Algoa Cup. Nico Kritsiotis will be calling them home over there, and then it's the big one coming up on Saturday. All roads lead to the south of Johannesburg for racing at Turfentine. Thanks to the team, thanks to Dylan behind the scenes, and of course to Cameron, who's really done a wonderful job as always. I know he's been up to things that are no good at the moment, but I won't expose that on live television. We'll chat again soon from the Waiter to Win team. Bye-bye.